All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Good morning. Workout number 99. I did jump the 3, long story short. I'm still going to keep the YouTube stuff going by all means, but I've also been adding on to the thing called Talent Hack and Trainerize, just another portals for visibility and trying to create other online revenue streams to continue things going. Anyhow, I use those 3 non-numbered workouts as a way to get up there. Anyhow, so Friday will be a celebration of our 100th live online workout, so don't be surprised if I talk about that a lot. 100, that doesn't count our starting days when we had a couple of the days to choose from. So you guys have done a lot of work. Pat yourselves on the back. All right, let's get to work. Monday was chest, arms, glutes, and core. Today is shoulders, back, quads, abs, obliques. So we have all the other muscles to use. And then Friday, I get a nice good 100th live online workout we're going to get after, okay? Warm-up loop. We're going to start with our front raise, lateral raise, rear raise, shoulders. Whether you have lightweight or no weight, we've done this stuff before. I want your thumbs to literally point up to the ceiling. Whether, again, you can go body weight. I'm not holding any weight. You can go lightweight, but I want motion and activation. 7 front raises, only 7. Then you're going to do 7 lateral raises. I want your thumbs pointed out in front of you. And then 7 rear raises. I want your thumbs pointed down. So 7, 7, 7 on a loop of anterior deltoid, middle deltoid, rear deltoid. I know you're already going, but I'm going to remind you. Arms straight, thumbs up, 7 front raises, don't create momentum. Arms straight, lateral raises, 7, thumbs are pointed out in front of you. And then 7 thumbs pointed down, rear raises. I want you to reach out, I don't want you to reach back. And we've done the thumb thing before. The thumb thing helps activate your anterior deltoids, not your pecs, not your traps, and that's your upper trap shoulders and your middle traps back. So the thumb thing is to help get your deltoids. We'll do them again soon, but you can go as light as you want, go as heavy as you want, but don't create momentum. After you do the 7, 7, 7, you've got 20 narrow squats. Because today is a quad day, and I need to get those knees and ankles and hips mobile, and I need those quads turning on. Hips, 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 right? You've done squats many times. You're always going to turn on your glutes, which was Monday, but I want you to think about your quads more today. 20 on your narrow squats. Hips, 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 hips. Your glutes is always turning around, right? Eyes for your posture. You're looking out in front of you. You're not looking down. You're not looking up. And when I say the word thighs, it's a reminder that it's a leg exercise, not a back exercise. 20 narrow squats. When you get done with your 20 narrow squats, you're going to repeat the 7, 7, 7 shoulders. If you can add weight, cool. I literally have the 40-pound dumbbells. I have some other things here today because I know not everybody has a lot of tools either. But you're going to repeat the 7 thumbs up, arms straight. Whether you're holding weights or not, I want your thumbs up on a dumbbell if you're holding dumbbells. I want your thumbs up on the front raise. That turns on your anterior deltoids more than your pecs. 7 front raise, 7 lateral raise. Your thumbs are pointed in front of you. Your arms are straight but not locked. You're thinking middle delts, not your upper traps. The intent is to turn those deltoids on. 7, and then 7 rear raise. Again, your thumbs are pointed down. I want you to reach out. I don't want you to reach back. 7 thumbs down, rear raise. You also have a little tiny muscle there called your teres major and teres minor, T-E-R-E-S, teres. I don't want your traps, I want those little muscles. When you get done, you've got 20 stationary forward lunges. We are warming up our muscles. We are mobilizing our joints. we're getting ready for today. 20 total alternating stationary forward lunges. So you can call this a warm-up loop if you want. You could also call it a workout warm-up circuit as we go through our activating shoulder exercises and our movement of legs. 20 total alternating stationary forward lunges. Step, load, and push. Step, load, and push. You push yourself back on leg pushing exercises for quads. Hamstrings and glutes, is pulling yourself up. When you get done, you're gonna do the 7, 7, 7 again. The third of 4 times. 7 front raise, arms are straight, thumbs are pointed up. Whether you've added weight or not, don't create momentum. That is not the idea. We are moving for activation. Front raise is for your anterior deltoid. There is a pec minor that likes to help out. We're trying to get rid of that pec activation. You've got your lateral raise, 7. Your thumbs are pointed out in front of you. It's for your middle deltoids, but your upper traps love to help out. And then you have the 7 rear raise. Your triceps like to help out. Your middle traps, your back muscles like to help out. I want it to be a rear deltoid, teres major, teres minor, little tiny muscles that are right there. And really, they don't really help out a lot, but they can really get pissed a lot. These are little muscles that like to get cranky and they get irritating, but they don't really help out a lot of things. When you get ready, 20 total alternating lateral lunges. Step, load, push. Step, load, push. And when I say push, you are pushing yourself back to where you came from. 20 total alternating. When you do the stationary lateral lunge, it's a pushing exercise. When you do a walking lateral lunge, it's a pulling exercise. The stepping leg is the loaded leg. It is the working leg. It is the pushing leg. The stationary leg, I don't want you to think about loading your stationary leg, because then you're going to pull yourself up, and then you're going to pull a groin, and you're not going to see it for a while. 20 total alternating stationary lateral lunges. When you get done, you have 1 more loop of the 7, 7, 7 front raise, lateral raise, rear raise. Again, if you went body weight the whole time, or body weight, no weight the whole time, cool. Don't create momentum. Arms are straight. Thumbs are up. Your shoulder joint has been mobilized this circuit, not immobilized. Your muscles are turning on. We got lots of shoulder reps today. We have lats and traps for our back muscles today. We got quads today. We got abs and obliques today. We got a lot of work. Again, 7 front raise for the last time. 7 lateral raise for the last time. 7 rear raise for the last time. Breathe, motion, and work. I like it. All right, I don't want you guys in a hurry. It's time to get to work. We have an ab oblique loop we're going to do now. We're going to do it at the middle, and we're going to do it at the end. So the rhythm of today is a little different from the other day, but it's the same idea of the other muscles. Your obliques, you can do standing obliques. Weight in your left hand for your right oblique. You can lay on the ground, right side up, double lateral leg lifts, or right side down hip dips, or lay on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. Today, like we've done before, when I say obliques, those are your main choices at home. 25 right obliques, 25 sit-ups or toe touches, 25 left obliques, and then 25 reverse crunches or V-ups. That's 100 reps. You're going to do it now, you're going to do it in the middle, and you're going to do it at the end of your workout. What I didn't say was go fast. What I did imply is that you can go at your own pace. Okay? And that means if you don't take breaks, cool. If you do take breaks, cool. It just takes a little longer. I'm going to show you all of the things as you've done many times. left hand standing, loaded right obliques if you want that. You're going to be on the ground anyways for sit-ups, unless you're doing sit-ups on a ball. 25 right obliques, 25 sit-ups or toe touches, 25 left obliques, 25 reverse crunches or V-ups. Remember, I'm going to show you everything as you do your work. Right side up, double lateral leg lifts is an option. Your right side is pulling your legs up. Again, that's an option. Right side down, hip dips. Your right side pushes you up. That is an option. And then you have the laying on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. Those are your oblique options. And clearly you have a right side and left side. 25 right obliques, 25 sit-ups or toe touches, 25 left obliques, 25 reverse crunch or V-up. It's 100 reps. And in my world, that's about 5 minutes of work, 2.5 to 3 second reps. We'll even round up, and that would include a little break and a little change of position. But I want you to go at your own pace. I clearly will be hanging out with you. When you get to your sit-ups or toe touches, sit-ups, right, you got your legs straight, you got your knees bent, you got one leg straight, one leg bent, you got your legs feet wide, you got your legs feet narrow, you can lay on the ground, you can lay on a ball, you can lay on a bench. There's so many things you can do to change a sit-up. And if you do toe touches, your legs are up, you are shortening a shortened muscle. Toe touches might be smaller than a sit-up, but if you can make them as big as possible and slow, they burn pretty good. Again, just so you don't get lost in your circuit, 25 right obliques. You'll do them again later on. 25 sit-ups or reverse toe touches, 25 left obliques, and then 25 reverse crunch or V-up. You'll do this 3 times today, separated by 2 lifting circuits. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. A little rainy outside. Yesterday and today and tomorrow. I think it's going to be a nice weekend, though. Again, a reminder when you do your obliques, on the left oblique, it's standing weight in your right hand, or you have your left side up, double lateral leg lifts. You have your left side down, hip dips, or lateral pulsating planks, if you want to call them that. Or you lay on your back, knees to your right for your left side crunch. After you do your left obliques, I want your hip motion abs. Notice I don't say leg motion abs. Your hips are attached to your abs and your legs. Your abs are contracting and it pulls on those hips, and then your hips are holding on to some legs, and your weight of your legs are coming up. Abs, 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 reverse crunches and or V-ups. And of course, when you get to this later on, I'm always going to say go at your own pace, right? But your tempo is 2.5 to 3 second reps. Every rep is consistent and effective. But if you don't take breaks, you get up and down, do your stuff, it's about 5 minutes. But as you finish off your circuit, what I do want to do is take your time. We're going to be doing our lat pullovers, laying on something, and we're going to do our shoulder presses sitting tall or standing tall, and then of course we have quads to do, so I know there's a lot, okay? When you do this first circuit, I'm going to lay on something for lat pullovers. You'll sit tall or stand tall on shoulder presses, and then when we get done with round 1, I'll talk about the quads this circuit, okay? Lat pullovers. Unless you have a lat pull down machine, right? And we're laying on something. We've done lat pullovers before. Although they look like tricep skull crushers, they're not supposed to be tricep skull crushers. Lat pullovers, you are going to lengthen those lats. You're going to contract and pull and rotate. Don't bend and straighten your elbows. You've got 20 lat pullovers, 20 on your lat pullovers. I want you to reach as far as you can reach. I want you to activate your lats and pull the weight over your body. If you're laying on the ground, it's a great training tool for length. If you're laying on a stability ball, you get a little more motion and you can work on some stability or instability. If you're laying on a bench, you could be stable or you could be unstable depending on where your legs are. But you lay on something on lat pullovers, whereas lat pull downs, you normally sit tall and you pull something down. Most people don't have a lat pull down option at home. 20 lat pullovers laying on something. Today there's no rush. We are going to be moving in and around the ground a couple times. When you get done, you have 30 shoulder presses. 30 shoulder presses. So round one is 20 long lats. Round one is 30 shoulder presses. Sitting tall, standing tall. I know you see me kneeling tall. That's just for all the screens to be in one spot. 30 shoulder presses. So today we have a lot more reps for shoulders. My intent was having heavier load on the back muscles, lats and traps, but we're subject to what you guys have at home. And we're gonna have our quads the same way we did our glutes on Monday. After you get done with the 30 shoulder presses, I'm not saying you should be done. Your combo this circuit can either be stationary forward lunges or narrow squats, both of which we did on our warm-up. However, you're warm, so I would love it if you held on to weight. Your quads this circuit are going to be a pyramid, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. So round one was your 20 lat pullovers, 30 shoulder presses, 10 on your quads. You can do stationary forward lunges, or you can do narrow squats, or you could do a little bit of both. This circuit, you've got your 10 total stationary forward lunges or narrow squats round one. I would love it if you held onto weights. Remember today, right, and more often than not, I love my strength training days, so we're not in a hurry. Round one should be getting close to being done. 20 lat pullovers, 30 shoulder press, 10 on your quads. Round two is 15 lat pullovers, so that's a little bit less. 25 shoulder presses, that's a little bit less. And 20 on your quads, that is a little bit more. Round two. Reminder on your lats, don't bend and straighten your arms. I don't want your arms perfectly straight either. I also want you to challenge the length of the exercise. So I know it's a lot to think about. I don't want your arms perfectly straight, but don't bend and straighten your arms. But challenge the length of the exercise. 15 lat pullovers, laying on something. You've got your 25 shoulder presses, sitting tall or standing tall. And then you're gonna have your 20 on your quads. This circuit is stationary forward lunges and narrow squats to choose from. Plenty of work to be had today, guys. Plenty of work. Again, on Monday we did a lot of chest. You did a lot of arms. We had our 2 movements on our arms. You had your chest pulling, chest pulling. You had a warm-up circuit of core and glutes and chest. Round 2, 15 lat pullovers, laying on something. 25 shoulder presses, sitting tall or standing tall. And then you have your 20 on your quads, stationary forward lunges or narrow squats. When you do stationary forward lunges, like your warm-up, step forward, load the moving leg, and push yourself back. If you're doing narrow squats, again, hip mobility, eyes, thighs, thighs, posture, both turn on your quads a little bit more. Both should turn on your glutes as far as stability of your spine and hips. And of course, you're gonna get some hamstrings too, but you get a little more quads. 20 on your quads, round 2. Again, just so you guys see diversity of tools. Remember, some people have plates, some people have barbells, some people have dumbbells, some people have medicine balls, some people have everything, some people have not a whole lot, and that's okay. So I'm gonna hold a medicine ball, a 50-pound medicine ball in round 3. 10 lat pullovers when you get to round 3. 10. You're gonna have 20 on your shoulder press, so those are both less. And then 30 is the peak of your pyramid on your quads. There's a certain safety factor, which I talked about all of April, May, June, July. When you hold a medicine ball and a dumbbell on your lat pullovers, you gotta hold that sucker. If you have a plate, you actually have something to grip onto. If you hold dumbbells, plural, right? Again, you have a little better grip situation. 10 lat pullovers, 20 on your shoulder press, and then 30 is the peak of your pyramid on your quads. No rush. Lat pullovers, you lay on something, so you have a movement position, right? Shoulder presses, you sit tall or stand tall. Your stationary forward lunges and narrow squats, again, more legs, a little bit of moving around today. And if you're at the gym, you'd have the lat pull down machine. So now you know what I'm doing. You'd be pulling with your hands coming from above. And then you turn around and you do these mobility shoulder presses. So then you push, so very similar body position. 10 lat pullovers, 20 shoulder presses, 30 is the number on your quads. Stationary forward lunges. Probably it'd be the harder of the two. Narrow squats is great motion and mobility of your knees, hips, and ankles, but you're doing 2 legs at the same time. Both are good, right? 30 on your quads. Both exercises, a lot of movement comes from your hips. Your hips always start a lot of your dynamic leg movements. So hips, hips, hips. Your glutes should always turn on to stabilize your hips and your core and your spine. Your posture, no matter what. You're not looking up, you're not looking down, you got a good tall, neutral spine. And then quads. You think about your quads more than anything else. 30 on your quads. Breathe. Focus. Remember, there's no rush. This is your workout, your pace. I know it feels like you're moving around a lot. Lat pullovers, you don't have to lay on the ground. You can lay on a ball or a bench, so that helps out a little bit. Shoulder presses, again, you can sit tall, stand tall, be tall. And of course, you're up for your legs. Here it is. We did this on Monday. 6 to 8 reps on lat pullovers. Don't get me wrong, might feel pointless. My challenge to you when you get to these low reps is that you either increase physical weight, grab more weight, or you increase your motion and or time under tension. I'm not looking for 10-second reps, but if you don't have a weight increase, just make it a little bigger, make it a little slower. 6 to 8 reps. I'll take 6, I'll take 7, I'll take 8. And then you're gonna have your 15 shoulder presses and then your 20 on your quads. So the next 3 rounds, I don't want to say it's faster, but you're definitely going to get through them quicker. 6 to 8 lat pullovers. It's either heavier physically or it's longer and slower motion. I definitely would like you to break that 3-second barrier. If you don't have that weight increase, 2.5 to 3 seconds is a good rep. Make sure you're hitting that 3-second mark. You're really lengthening, you're focusing on the motion. I don't do a lot of low reps at home for a reason. They normally associate to load. 6 to 8 lats, 15 shoulder presses, reps are going down, 20 on your quads, we're going down that pyramid. It's work today, it's work, you guys. Wednesday, show up, work hard. Don't think about anything else right now but you and your workout, whether it's de-stressing or refocusing or just moving that body, getting out of bed, waking up. 20 total quad focused dynamic legs. Stationary forward lunges, narrow squats are your choices this circuit. I don't want you going any faster. Okay, when the reps decrease like this, people naturally accidentally go faster. The circuit just really goes crazy. 2.5 to 3 second reps. Maximize your motion, your load. And if you don't rest, cool. So round 4 was your first set of 6 to 8 lats of a couple more. Round 4 was your 15 shoulder press, so you're finally getting down there. And then round 4 is going down that pyramid, 20 on your quads. Everybody is gonna be in different spaces, right? You have different weights to play with. You have different workout spaces, like the physical space, different mental space. When you get to round 5, 6 to 8 lats again, bigger, longer, heavier. Notice I didn't say better, I just want more. 6 to 8 lats, 10 on your shoulder press, last 10 on these quads. You're getting heavy on your lats, whether it's physically heavier or it's a little longer, a little slower, just a nice big lats. 6 to 8 reps on your lats, 10 on your shoulders, last 10 on these quads. You have the one more upper body combo, and we're gonna move on to the ab oblique circuit that we did earlier. You'll be finishing your workout with that ab oblique circuit as well. Get around 5. You're almost done with the circuit. Big day. Have a good day, Rob. 6 to 8 lats. You're laying on something. 10 shoulder press. You're sitting tall or standing tall. 10 on your quads. When we do pyramids, as talked about many times, it's all about maintaining load and motion on the way up to the best of your ability, and then increasing load and motion on the way down your pyramid. 10 quads, narrow squats, stationary forward lunges. What I don't want you to do is go faster. What I do want you to do is have your pace. Round 6, 6 to 8 lats for the last time, 5 shoulder presses for the last time, and then immediately go to your obliques and abs that you did earlier. Remember, we're gonna have a little spreading of circuit, and that's cool, because when we get done, I'm gonna get everybody kind of close together and talk about the next circuit. So 6 to 8 lats, last time, 5 shoulder press, last time, and then you're gonna repeat your abs and obliques from earlier. 25 right, 25 sit up or toe touch, 25 left, 25 reverse crunch or V-ups. Focus. Your time, your work. Remember, there's going to be people in different spaces. That's okay. 6 to 8 lats, laying on something last time. 5 shoulder press, sitting tall or standing tall. And then you have your 25 right obliques, your 25 sit-ups or toe touches, your 25 left obliques, and your 25 reverse crunch or V-up. Remember, that's about 5 minutes of work. If you don't rest, cool. Don't go faster during your motion. Reminder on your obliques. Standing, left hand is a loaded right oblique. Your left hand is loaded. You're getting pulled, stretched, lengthened, and then you contract that right oblique. That'd be a standing loaded oblique. Laying on the ground, right side up on your double lateral leg lifts. Probably the most load you can do at home with your obliques, but your obliques can handle it, plus you're kind of supported. Good motion, mobility, and activation is your hip dips. It is harder on your elbows and shoulders. However, it's a great right oblique exercise. But I'll fess up, I personally don't do them very much because I personally don't like them, but they're good for you. You've got laying on your back, knees to your left for your right side crunch. So those are your right obliques. And clearly the left side is the opposite. Weight in the right hand standing, left side up, double lateral leg lifts, left side down, hip dips, and laying on your back, knees to your right for your left side crunch. Remember, this is about 5 minutes. 25 right obliques, 25 sit-ups or toe touches, 25 left obliques, 25 reverse crunch or V-ups. I'll talk about the next circuit in about a minute, minute and a half. You shouldn't be there yet, and you might be a little behind, but you know you're going to hear the circuit a lot. And remember the sit-ups. I've said it many, many, many times. You're probably bored of doing sit-ups, so mix up your feet. Legs perfectly straight, legs bent, feet wide, feet narrow, one leg straight, one leg bent, laying on the ground. If you're laying on a bench, right, you can have your feet on the ground, body on the bench. That's an elevated sit-up. When your feet are below your hips, that's an elevated sit-up. A decline sit-up is when you're laying on a decline board, but your feet, for the most part, are in the same position as your body, right? Same plane as your body. Different sit-ups. You can lay on a ball, stability ball sit-ups. Again, feet wide, feet narrow. Your upper body is moving onto your lower body as much as possible. That is a sit-up. Toe touches. You keep your legs up in the air. You shorten your abs by putting your legs in the air. And then you slowly, and maintain as much motion as possible, sit up to your toes, so you're shortening a shortened muscle. Reverse crunches. Your legs are moving onto your body because of your abs and your hips. So hip motion abs, reverse crunches, both legs are moving on your body. You start with your legs up, abs tight, core tight, and then you let your legs go down to where you can let them go down to, and then you contract your abs. So lengthen your abs, contract your abs, lengthen your abs, contract your abs on your reverse crunch. V-ups, as we've talked about before. That's a ton of mobility of hips and spine, a ton of flexibility of your posterior muscles, and a ton of activation of your anterior muscles. It's a hard ab exercise. I'm not saying it's the best ab exercise. It's a great way to determine how you're feeling today, how your fitness level is in general. I'm going to start talking about the next circuit. I'm not saying you should be ready, and as you know, I'm going to talk about it several times. When we do our trap rows are going to replace our lat pullovers, okay? So the numbers will be the same. When we do our upright rows, so this is a trap circuit. You got middle traps, you got upper traps. That's the middle of your back, right? Your trap rows, upright rows, are going to replace your shoulder presses. So it's a lot of traps. When you get to your quads, You can either do lateral lunges if you don't want to sit on something. You can do iso quads, right? You can sit on something on your iso quads. And if you have a tool, you could do step-ups. So it might feel like you have more choices on your quads. I just want to give you some ideas, right? So it's either iso quad, sitting on something, lateral lunges, stationary lateral lunges like your warm-up, or step-ups. But remember, I want you to have weight wherever you can have weight. So if you're going to do iso quads, put some ankle weights on, or hold a dumbbell between your feet. Again, some people aren't ready, some people are. Round 1, 20 on your trap rows. Get low, stay low, 20 on your trap rows. Go ahead and get started if you're ready. Upright rows, standing tall is going to be 30. So like earlier, round 1, 2, and 3 are pretty long, and then round 4, 5, 6 are pretty quick. And then of course, reminder, at the end of the workout, you're going to do one more loop of those abs and obliques. The benefit of trap rows, slow it down, do it right, but it is a shorter exercise versus lat pullovers. A, you don't have to lay on something, so you get rid of that position. B, it's just a smaller motion. You don't have as much of a lengthening component on trap rows as you do on your lat pullovers. So that's gonna be a little quicker. 20 trap rows, and then you're holding a kettlebell or a dumbbell or dumbbells or a bar or a plate or a band, and you're gonna do 30 upright rows. Technically, it's your shoulders, upper traps, and your deltoids like we warmed up earlier. So today, you had a ton of shoulders. We had the warm-up workout circuit of deltoid raises. You had the 105 shoulder presses. Here comes 105 upright rows. It's a lot. You had your lats, that was for load, traps, that was for load, quads, abs, and obliques. Pat yourself on the back. This is a monster. 30 upright rows. So round 1, 20 trap rows. You get low, you stay low, you row. 30 upright rows. You stand tall. And then 10 either stationary lateral lunge. I would love it if you had weight. Step ups. I would love it if you had weight. Or your iso quads. Whether you have ankle weights on or you're holding a dumbbell between your feet. 10 iso quads. Iso refers to an isometric core position, non-moving contraction, and then you have the quad extension exercise. It's not a V-up, but it kind of looks like one. Reminder, because everybody's in different spots. Round 1, 20 trap rows. Get low, stay low, row. 30 upright rows, stand tall and pull, and then 10 on your quads. I would love iso quads. If you're at the gym, remember we have the quad machine. We've got boxes for your step up, so there's tools. You had a low and narrow leg press option, so again, different tools, but everybody had the stationary forward lunges and narrow squats to choose from as well. Round 2, I'm not saying you should be there. You've got 15 trap rows, that is less. 25 upright rows, that is less. 20 on your quads. Per usual, if you get lost, please ask a question. Last time you hear round 1 numbers, you had your 20 trap rows, you had your 30 upright rows, and 10 on your quads. Round 2 is 15 trap rows, 25 upright rows, and 20 on your quads. It's a lot, you guys. Monday was chest, 3 circuits of that, biceps, triceps. You had your core. We had a lot of glutes. Today, shoulders, back, abs, obliques, and quads. Friday, we're gonna get a little huffy, puffy, sweaty breathing. Friday is your 100th, there's been more, but your 100th recorded workout. Woo! Woo! Remember your quad choices. I love the iso quads. Sitting on something is great. However, you do have your stationary lateral lunges like you warmed up with. If you hold weight, you either hold it down in the middle or you hold weights one inside, one outside. Lateral lunges is a great choice. Mobility activation. Step-ups. Educationally, if that's even a word. Slower, heavier step-ups turns on more quads. So people on quad or knee rehabs, they're going to do low, heavy step-ups to turn on their quads. Higher, still quads, but it does turn on your hamstrings. So step-ups are great. Low, heavy is more quads. So round 2 is your 15 trap rows, your 25 upright rows, and 20 on your quads. Round 3, 10 trap rows, 20 upright rows, peak of the pyramid, 30 on your quads. The first 3 rounds are slow, long, high reps, turning things on, getting that burn going, focusing on the task at hand, making your weight adjustments. And then after that, make sure the weights are heavy and you kick some butt. 10 trap rows, 20 on your upright rows, and 30 is the peak of the pyramid on your quads. I like it. Just want to talk about your quads. Holding a weight, a dumbbell between your feet is great. Ankle weights on your feet is great. Sitting on the ground does provide more stability. Sitting on a bench would incorporate some instability. You can play around with what you sit on. You don't have to hold on to what you're sitting on. You can hold on to what you're sitting on, but your knees bend and straighten. Abs tight, core tight on the isometric part of the workout or exercise. And then your quad extension. Iso quads are great, especially because we lunge a lot, we squat a lot. Iso quads gives you a different exercise to use your quads. Round 3, you did your 10 trap rows, 20 upright rows, 30 on your quads. When you do get to round 4, 5, and 6, it's not about going faster, but the reps do drop. So you either increase your weight or you slow down your motion a touch and or increase your motion. Round 4, 5, and 6 is your 6 to 8 trap rows. I'll take 6, I'll take 7, I'll take 8. Slow, heavy, methodical. So round 4 is 6 to 8 trap rows, 15 on your upright rows, and 20 on your quads. Reps are going down. Weight is going up, or motion is going to increase, or time is going to increase. Or all 3. I'm not going to be upset about that. Again, people are going to be in different spots, and that's okay. Round 3 was your 10 trap rows, 20 upright rows, 30 is the peak of the pyramid on your quads. Round 4 is 6 to 8 on your trap rows, 15 on your upright rows, and 20 on your quads. So today probably felt like it burned more than it did on Monday. The shoulders of the high reps to low reps to a lot of reps burn more. Traps always burn more than lats. Lats fatigue more. Don't get me wrong, I didn't say they're easy, they just fatigue more. Quads burn more than glutes. So the stationary forward lunges and the narrow squats and the iso quads, those are gonna burn more than hip bridges and stationary reverse lunges and wide squats. Round 4, 6 to 8 rows, 15 upright rows, 20 on your quads. Round 5, almost done, 6 to 8 rows, 10 on your upright rows, 10 on your quads. Reminder, if you have time, when this circuit's over, you do one more loop of abs and obliques. I'll take anything. If you don't have time, that's fine. Get out of your office chair later on and do the one more loop. So round 5, 6 to 8 rows, 10 upright rows, 10 on your quads to finish off your circuit. Sorry, to almost finish off your circuit. Reminder, this is a big one today. You're almost there. Round 5, 6 to 8 rows, 10 on your upright rows, 10 on your quads. You have the one more set of 6 to 8 rows, the 5 upright rows. I know it's a lot, you guys. That was a ton of shoulders. We focus on our deltoids and activating to start the workout. We focus on the shoulder presses pushing. We focus on the shoulder pulling. Woo. You had your lat pullovers, you had your trap rows, I mean, just a ton. When you get done with this circuit, I would love the one more loop of abs and obliques to happen now or happen sometime today. Take a quick 5-minute break during lunch and do one more set of your abs and obliques. Again, just so you hear it. You have the last 2 rounds of your back, your 6 to 8 trap rows. You have the 10 and the 5 to do. That round 5 had the 10 quads. The last round had 0 quads. And then again, if you have time now, it's about 5 minutes of abs and obliques. 25 right, 25 sit up or toe touch, 25 left, 25 reverse crunch or V-ups. If you don't have time now, do it at the end of your day or middle of your day. If you get lost, please ask questions. Friday, workout number 100. Please pump it up. Please get excited. It will be a little sweaty, huffy, puffy, breathy, worky. But let's get excited about it. Reminder of the last time on those obliques. You've got standing obliques by Michael. Left hand, right oblique. You've got right side up, double lateral leg lifts. Right side down, hip dips. Lay on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. You've got your sit-ups, your toe touches. You're laying on something. Play with your feet, leg position, but your upper body moves on your lower body. Your left obliques, you're standing with the weight in your right hand, or you're laying down left side up, double lateral leg lifts, left side down, hip dips, or lay on your back, knees to your right for your left side crunch. Reverse crunches, you're laying on something, both legs are moving because of your abs. V-ups, you're laying or sitting on something, and everything is moving because of your abs. 300 abs and obliques. You had the, 84, 294 shoulders today. Oh boy. 294 shoulders today. You got your lats and your traps, nominal number there. You had the, 240 quads today. So, happy Monday. Happy Wednesday. What is today? Have a good day, buddy. Be good.